Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So it's down to business here.
Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
Here comes another cross. Out of play for a goal kick. Beckham. Thuram. Vieira cuts out the pass. Owen is herring after that one. Beckham.
That's good play from him.
Now who's going to be first? Bullet! Smashing save, really good save that.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Van der Vaart receives it in a wide position. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Zanetti. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Oh, that's fabulous. Serginho. He rises! And it's a goal! Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
Superb timing to generate that power through a really strong neck behind it, and he gave the keeper little opportunity.
A 1-0 lead established.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
Oh, well played, well played. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Owen touches it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
That's a little off target. Beckham. Now it's Owen. Thuram promptly onto that, and that is that. And he's intervened well there. Beckham tries to pass it through.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Nunez clears it away, and it's Beckham. And now a sudden chance to counter. Look at that, it's Pele! Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, he looks like he's annoyed with himself there. He didn't do an awful lot wrong, did he?
Out towards the flank. Serginho going face-to-face with his great rival. Thuram. Just 5 minutes left until the break. And this is Owen. Owen! Oh, good effort, he got plenty on that.
Oh, the technical control was exquisite. The pummeled attempt was exasperating.
Zola. Beckenbauer does well to get it back. Tries to play it through. Shifted it to the flank.
Has been indicated.
That is a great pick out. Serginho gets into some space. Ball driven towards... Oh, what a... Oh, crossbar! And that'll be the final action of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
And a quick announcement for the
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the supports have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Here we go again.
Barcelona can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they...
Climbs up big! Goal! Barcelona are back in business. Certain, searing and imperious.
He was always going to do that one way or another. A fantastic effort. Simply fantastic.
Number 7. Cristiano Ronaldo!
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Can he latch on to this? Zanetti spots it and intercepts. Bullet. Zanetti calmly anticipates. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. He gets big! He scores! And they're back in front! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
He's got tall. He will be livid with himself.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Stood up well to him there. Pepe. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tries to get it clear. Chooses to go back. And he shoots! Well, that pass isn't the best. And it's Messi. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, played through for the wide man. Diving header! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Cristiano Ronaldo is offering a wry smile there.
It's their second corner of the game. And the goalkeeper's got a good palm to that. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! No, not the best of headers. Oh, good-looking ball. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Rafael Varane. Ibrahimovic. Well seen. Saw that coming. And here's Ibrahimovic. He has found the way through. He's having a shot! No mistake! They've done it again! It is incredible!
Yeah, and it's very much deserved in the circumstances. In these games, it's so tempting to maybe get a little sorry for yourselves, but there's none of that.
And that really is so impressive.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Chance! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Ibrahimovic has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it.
He's picked his way through, delivered in.
Well played and well cleared. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Vieira gets over and intercepts. Van der Vaart, looking for a runner.
Well, that might be that,
There will be
Peter.
5
Maybe
minutes
both sides
added
just going to
time.
have to settle for the draw now.
Terrific header! Off the post! A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. 5 minutes to add. Couldn't squeeze it through. And the through ball. A well cut. And that's that. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
And the quick
Well,
reminder
neither side
today
could
that
get over the
parking
line
in
here.
area-
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. A fabulous show of vivid colour and vocal cords. The new look Camp Nou at its best. Well, we're on the way. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
There aren't many defenders, Peter, who assist more goals than Andy Robertson here, that's for sure. He's reliable, consistently excellent in what he delivers going forward, and it doesn't really compromise.
Chance for a shot! They've scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is...
And the finish! It's there! And the lead lost no time at all!
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Varane gets across to intercept that. Now, can they get him away? And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
He's picked his way through. He won't be happy with that one. And here's Beckham. Solar. Knocks it into space. Pass somewhat off target. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. That's a cute ball. Chips it through. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
That's very neat. Now here's the delivery. Cleared away. Well, that is one way to stop him. Cristiano Ronaldo. Now Pele! Goal! Barcelona! And the comeback is complete. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
That ball looks a good one. And he's got the beating of his man. Pele was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Can he get it through? Beckham. Hamburg have got it back and they'll have another go. And this is Hullet, and the shot's on here.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
That has not gone well. Hullet, can he finish? Ruud Hullet, beyond special, what a player! A finish of true class. Again, in H. And the half-time whistle goes.
Barcelona are 2 up, and on the balance of things, I would say deservedly so. They had a very coherent game plan, and if they are allowed to continue in the same vein, I can only see the margin getting bigger.
With the father of a boy in a yellow
Barcelona are broadly in charge, but the contest is still alive at 3-1. Here we go again then. Thuram spots it and intercepts. Pele. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Oh, there's a probing ball. And it's Neymar. Tries to play it through. Oh, he's found support out wide. Foot in. Neymar. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? The referee's awarded a free kick. And no surprise, that's a booking.
While sometimes a loose foul can trigger a completely different spell of play, and it makes even less sense.
Shifted it to the flank. Zanetti.
The attendance for this
That's a
match
throw.
was 97,559.
Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Neymar unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And this is Ronaldo. He's come in hard. And that is out of play.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 10, Pele. Number 17, Hullet. Number 6,
Zola.
Beckham. Number 15,
And Zola!
Marquez. Number
Zola
7,
made it all look so
Cristiano
simple there
Ronaldo.
before he invited
Coming on the
his own
field,
complications.
Number 18, number 19, Messi. Number 23, Bale. Number 2, Van Dijk. Number 11,
Tries to thread
Ibrahimovic.
one through.
Substitution
He's
in
in
progress.
plenty of space here. That's tidy. Van Dijk gives no quarter whatsoever. That's a little off target. And he's decided to go for it. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Fires it in low.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Zola. Well, that pass isn't the best. Now it's Neymar. Engages and forces him off the ball. Under an awful lot of pressure. He has found the way through. Oh, well played, well played. And they've got a throw. Ah, good steal, he just read it. Rijkaard. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Looking for options for movement. Ibrahimovic!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
Park Ji-sung
2 added minutes has been
ended up in
indicated.
no man's land. The whistle has gone and it is all over. They are pumped, boy they're pumped. A tough win earned through the power of will, and this place is bouncing. Well, from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
They've taken advantage of some complacency, Peter, but if you're offered a chance to do that, then you've got to be ready to pounce.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, we're on the way. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Marc-Andre ter Stegen. He's got everything you'd want from a top-level keeper. Great shot-stopping, but also a very cool head and a good organiser. What's more, he's very happy to play sweeper keeper.
Bellingham! It's loose now and they want to get it back.
Talk about asking for trouble. We all know he's more than capable of hitting the target from there.
Pull it. Zola just eases him off the ball. Hakimi. And it's Rijkaard. Now Van Dijk. Bellingham. And it's Doué. Now it's Mbappe. And there's green grass ahead of him. And the shot! Goal! Al-Ittihad! So smooth. A signature finish.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
15 minutes is number 17, Désiré Doué.
So, a breakthrough already.
Désiré Doué.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Beckham with the cross. Oh, good spread. It's a pretty loose pass. And it's Vieira. Zola has an approach to the game. He's tried one! Against the crossbar. Ambitious, but just off target.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Yamal. Doué. And Yamal. He came in hard, very hard. Al-Ittihad with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. Yamal with the short one. And now a sudden chance to counter. And it's Lewandowski. Looking for options. Goes for a shot! They've scored! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
Just way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Al Ittihad are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Steaming on goalwards. Bellingham. Lewandowski out to the right. Can he get on the end of this?
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
DiMarco. Bellingham. We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Oh, that's a key interception. Played out to the right.
2 added minutes has
Now it's
been
Yamal.
indicated.
Oh, no joy this time. He could be in here. Shoots! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
This possibly the last play of the half. And that's not going to trouble anybody. And the half-time whistle goes. Some first-half thoughts?
Barcelona really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level
Hello,
of
everybody,
intensity
and
from
this
his
is a
team.
quick reminder
So I'd
to let
expect
you
to
know
see
that
the
you'll
same
be able to
positive
catch today's
intent
match
after the break.
broadcast live
Same
on
purpose
Outlook
again.
FM station.
And we're off again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
He won't be happy with that one. Zola. Marquez. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Now it's Doué. And this is Lewandowski. Rijkaard. And it's DiMarco. Great vision. Oh, played through for the wide man. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Barcelona clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Now it's Yamal. So we've reached the hour mark. Looking for the run. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's found the way through. Chance! Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Doué certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Substitutions taking place.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Spread out to the left. Zola. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Barcelona still have the cards to affect this game. Bellingham, who's set up one goal so far. Thiago Silva. Hakimi. It'll be a throw-in. Threads one in. Looking to play him in. Great ball, and he's in charge, surely! And he's managed to get rid. Lobbed in behind. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Oh, that's a fine interception. And the counter is on. Now that looks a decent ball. And this is Eto'o. He's away. Tries a shot! And it's in! Just one goal in it now! Game on! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Substitution.
Barcelona are making a change now.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Barcelona get themselves back into contention.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to...
Oh, he's been caught napping! And that has been cleared.
Al Ittihad nearly finished it off there, but now it's a case of waiting for the whistle.
It's Eto'o! A wonderful effort, all by himself.
Eto'o certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
DiMarco. Bellingham. That is ended up in no man's
has
land.
been indicated.
There's a searching pass. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Into stoppage time, very little left on it. Eto'o running with the ball. Eto'o! More pressure on the opposition goal.
They're just unrelenting, Peter, wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count. Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
And he's there to clear it. Oh no, what has happened here? So that's it, it is all over. Barcelona were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways, but in the end they fell just short.